Okay. So let's share this one. Okay, so open up page 70 and 71. Okay, page 70 and 71. In here, we're talking about the Oracy performance task, which means we're going to use all of the three Oracy in unit 1 until unit 3. Okay, it is in page 70 until 71. Okay. Now, let's move on a little bit. Okay. And number 1 in here, it is said with the partner discuss the questions, but unfortunately we are still online. We cannot do that, so we're just going to do it immediately. The 1A, how many ground rules for discussion and presentation can you think of? What do you think? How many that you can think of? Let me make a note in here. Maybe not using this one. Okay, I'll just. Okay, maybe I will just annotate it. Okay, ground rules. How many ground rules that maybe you can think of? We already done it before in the first unit. Well, we didn't, but we did in before we do the mid test. So, what kind of ground rules for discussion that you maybe can still remember about? If you want to see what page is the ground rules, it's on page 14. Oh, this one is 70 and 71. Just one more page. Yeah. Okay, the ground rules usually for discussion and for presentation, we've done it before, right? If it's for discussion, why is it discussion? Maybe the first ground rule that we can set is what? What will it be? What will the first ground rule that we can set as a discussion thing?
Don't interrupt others.
Yes, don't interrupt others. Good. Okay. So don't interrupt others. What else? Give me another 2. Let's try to use 3 ground rules. Just 3 ground rules for the discussion. Do not interrupt others. What else? We also should listen actively. What is the difference between hearing and listen? Do you know the difference between both of them? What's the difference between hear and listen?
When you hear something, you just hear the sounds. You don't really pay attention to it. But when you listen to someone, you're paying attention to what he's talking about.
Yes, that is correct, Nathan. Thank you. So hear is like when you are doing something and then you hear your mom calls you. You hear her. You don't listen when but after that, after you're being called and then you ask your mom, you listen to your mom. So that's the difference, okay? When you listen, you try to understand things. When you hear, you don't need to understand things. Now, after do not interrupt others, listen actively. What else that we can use for a ground rule for discussion? What do you think? What else?
Speak clearly.
Good. Speak clearly. Okay, this is allowed, speak clearly in the discussion and also in the presentation. We can use both of them for speak clearly. Okay, now it is already said that for the presentation, which is speak clearly, can you give me another two ground rules for presentation?
Eye contact.
Eye contact, good. Eye contact. What else? When you introduce yourself in front of the class, do you want to stand up straight or just sitting down? What do you think? Which one is better?
Stand up straight.
Stand up straight. Good.
Right.
Stand up straight. Okay? Those are several things that we can use for the discussion and presentation ground rules. Okay? We already discussed about that before the midterm test. Now, how can you show someone you respect their point of view? What kind of words that we use to show the respect? Even though you don't agree with their point of view. What do you think? When you agree with someone, you usually say, yes, I agree. But when you don't agree with someone, how can you still respect their point of view? Which one is better? You talk like this, I don't like that idea, that idea sucks. Or you say, well, that may be an interesting idea, but I don't really like it. Which one is more respectful?
The second.
The second one. Okay, so we can say, that's a great idea, but I don't really agree. We can use that. Agree. Okay, we can use that. Now, how can you show someone that you are actively listening to them? How? How can you show someone that you are actively listening to them? What do you do when you want to actively listening?
Ask them something about their idea.
What is it? Sorry, Ashley. Can you repeat that?
Ask them something
Something about
about their idea.
their ideas. Okay, yes, we can use that. We can also say that that's interesting. It shows that you are actively listening to them. That is interesting. Yeah, that's good. And you also can ask, can you repeat that? That means you want to make more, or you want to know, you want to, what do you call it again? You want to prove a point. You want to find out the main point of it. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So these are the things that you can do, okay, with the Oracy, with what we already done. So so after that, okay, I'm gonna clear this up, okay. And then let's try to match the phrases to the oracy skills. Okay, there are 3 oracy skills from unit 1, 2, and 3. So in here, as you can see, number 1 is expressing your own opinion. Number 2 is responding to someone else's idea. And number 3 is asking about somebody's point of view. Now, the word do you agree? Where does it belong? Is it 1, 2, or 3? This is only to remind you. 3. Okay.
3.
Okay. Now, I think that's important because 1, 2, or 3. Yongfu said 1. Okay. Without saying anything, you just show your hand. Okay. Now that's a great idea. 1, 2, or 3. Okay, Yongfu, good. 2. I can only see your fingers right now, Yongfu. You know. Okay. Why not, Yongfu? Which one? If it's why not? 1, 2, or 3. 3.
2.
2 or 3, Nicholas? Why not?
2.
2. Okay. Let's go with Nicholas for a little bit. Okay, 2. That's fine. Okay. What do you think about? Which one is it?
2.
Dario
1.
said 2, Nicholas said 1, Yongfu said 3. Which one will it be?
I don't know.
1.
1. Okay, let's go with 1. Okay. Can you see that? Now, I don't think that's important because which one is it?
1.
1 or 2 or 3? Okay, let's go with Yongfu and Nicholas. 1. Now, next one. Really? Which one is it?
2.
2.
2. Okay. That sounds like fun. Which one is it?
2 maybe.
2 maybe. Okay, let's go with 2. Why blank? Which one is it? 3.
3.
Okay, that's interesting. Which one is it?
Oh.
2. Now let's check all of them, okay? Let us check all of them. Is it true? And ooh, there are 2 that is not correct. That's fine. That's fine. Let's try again. The why not? Why not? Which one is it? It's not 2. It's either 1 or 3. Which one is it?
I don't know.
3.
3. Let's go with 3,
What?
okay? Now, what do you think about? It's not 1, so it's either 2 or 3. Which one is it?
3.
3. Let's check it again. And yes, well done. So it's 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2.
Miss where is Miss Dina?
Miss Dina is getting tired for today, so that's why I'm substituting Miss Dina. Miss Dina will not come up. Okay. So, do you understand about this, all of the oracies part? Okay, wait a minute. Let me take a drink. I'm also tired. Okay, if you're done with this one, let's move on. Now, this one is something that you need to imagine. Okay, in your book, in your task, in the part of your task, it is said, "Great news! Your class has won a free trip to Australia. You can do anything you want there because all your expenses and transportation are included." What? COVID. But Enzo said, "It's COVID. You cannot go there. You're not allowed to go there." Okay, now what you need to do, ow, my phone. What you need to do is, if you're going, if for example, okay, if you are going to Australia, what are the ground rules that you want to use for the trip? What do you mean by nothing? Okay, so in here it is said you need to plan your trip. You must include the following: an adventure activity, an activity that explores art and culture, and an activity in which you find out about specific region in Australia. So let's try to plan our trip, okay? Let's try to plan with our trip. Oh, sorry. These are some things that you want to investigate in the internet. So if you want to find out more, okay? So now there are 3 destinations that we want to choose. Which of these that you want to choose? You may only choose 3. Yeah, you may only choose 3. You cannot go to all of them. You may only choose 3. If you don't know what is it, for example, maybe you don't know about the Uluru Ayers Rock, you may search it in the internet. And then we will discuss it. Take we will take turns, okay? What will we do? Okay. So, and for the adventure activity, where will you go? Enzo said Taronga Zoo. Okay, let's find it out first. Okay, this is Enzo. One for the Taronga Zoo. Anything else for the adventure activity? Tasmania, the Tasmania Island. That is where the Tasmania devil is over there, the animal of Tasmania. I don't know if it's still there or it's already extinct because I kind of.
In Australia.
Which one?
Uluru.
Uluru. Okay. Dario wants to go to Uluru. If you want to know, find it from the Google. Search it in the internet. Okay. This is about adventure activity first. Okay. Let's choose. Where should we go? I'm taking votes. I'm putting the check mark for each one that you want to go, and we will go for the most. Which
Lucy.
which one is it, Jeremy?
Bungee jumping.
Bungee jumping. Okay, let's move. Let's put there one over there. What else? That every one of you wants.
The Museum of Contemporary Art Australia.
Okay, that is for the activity that explores art and culture, Ashley. We're still talking about the adventure one. So if it's adventure,
Which one?
so there are 3 activities, right?
Kangaroos.
There are 3 activities. There are adventure, explore art, and
Boomerang.
specific region. The first one we're going to find out about the adventure activity first. What was it, Yongfu?
Kangaroos.
This one, wombats, kangaroos, and koalas. This one? Okay. Anything else?
Boomerang.
Boomerangs. That is a specific region. I'm sorry. So wombats, kangaroos, koalas, boomerang. It's a specific region. So we are not including that for the adventure first. We're still talking about adventures. In adventure,
Surfing.
surfing. Okay, in adventure we have zoo, surfing, bungee jumping, Ayers Rock, and also Great Barrier Reef. It's also for adventure. So we still have one for each, except for the Great Barrier Reef. What about everyone else? Let's try. Just imagine that we will go to Australia someday. I don't know. Just imagine. Nicholas said Sydney Opera House. It's included in the art and culture, Nicholas. So it's not for the adventure activity yet. It's not yet.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We will choose that, some of them later. Okay. Now, because there are four options that you choose, now between these four, where do you want to go? Between the Taronga Zoo, surfing, Uluru Ayers Rock, and bungee jumping.
Uluru.
Okay, Uluru. Most of you wants the Uluru. Okay, so let's say the adventure activity is the Uluru. Okay, now I'm gonna erase the check marks. Now move on to the art and culture. Nicholas said Sydney Opera House. Ashley said Museum Contemporary Art Australia. Sydney Opera House again. What? Sydney Opera House?
Aboriginal art and culture.
Yeah. Aboriginal art and culture. So Ashley didn't choose the museum. Okay. Anything else? Okay. So that means it's been chosen that we will go to the Sydney Opera House. Now, it is an activity. Oops, oh, that's not what I want. Now, let's try to find about specific region. That means about
Wombats, kangaroo, and koalas.
what?
Wombats, kangaroo, and koalas.
Wombats, kangaroo, and koalas for Enzo. There's also boomerang.
Sir, when we go to Australia,
I don't know, maybe after the pandemic is over. Okay.
I will not comment.
So the third part, the third one is this one: wombats, kangaroos, and koalas. Okay. Wombats, kangaroos, and koalas. Okay, well done. Now we've established where we want to go. We already know where we want to go. The question is, we need a ground rule. We need to plan our trip. It-
Don't need,
hmm?
don't need,
What do you mean you don't need to plan your trip? You need to plan your trip.
don't need kangaroo.
You need the ground rules. Okay, so tell me the ground rules when you want to go to Australia. What do you think?
Follow the law.
Wait, I need to know where should I write it down because it's kind of hard. It's too packed in here. Okay, Let me just remember it for a little bit. Uluru, Sydney Opera House, Combats, Kangaroo Koalas. Okay.
Why don't you give a check mark
Hmm?
on
Oh yeah, I can just put the check mark in this, and Sydney Opera House. Now we need to decide about the ground rules. Okay. Now the ground rules. Can you tell me what are those? Number one. What will it be?
Follow the law.
What? Nicholas, sorry.
Follow the law.
Follow the law. That's why we want to make the ground rules. Yes, follow the law. But still, be more specific.
use mask.
Use
Mask.
wear mask. You mean wear mask? Okay. Wear mask. What else? Number two.
Have a map if we're lost or something.
Okay, have a map or GPS. Number three. Let's make five. What is it?
Don't
Don't what?
Die.
Don't die.
Don't die. Well, of course, Yongfu. Everyone, wherever you go, you of course, obviously, you will say, "Do not die." Please be more realistic.
Don't bring RPG.
Don't bring
Don't
what?
bring RPG.
Why would you want to bring an LPG?
Don't break stuff.
Don't what, Yongfu?
Break off.
Don't break up. Okay. Keep in. Okay. Keep together. Wait a minute.
Don't break stuff in the museum.
Oh, don't break stuff. Sorry. Don't break stuff. Okay. Number 4.
Kill people.
What?
Don't kill people.
Well, of course, Dario. Anything else, maybe?
Careful. Be careful.
Be careful. Okay, be careful. Wait, why is it not writing down? Be careful. What else?
Don't steal.
Ah!
Fight the kangaroo.
This is what Enzo said. Fight a kangaroo.
That's very fun.
Seriously.
Yes.
Mister, don't carry nuclear bombs.
Eat kangaroo.
Do, do not carry dangerous stuffs. Okay? Okay. So those are the ground rules that you've already set.
Eat a kangaroo.
No. You won't.
Fight kangaroo.
You don't want to eat kangaroos.
Yes, I
Fight
No.
kangaroo.
Yes.
No. Okay. Now, try to plan your trip. Okay? Try to plan your trip. Now, these we have the ground rules. We already said that we want to go to Sydney Opera House, Uluru Ayers Rock, wombats, kangaroos, and koalas. We want to find out about that too. But if you want to go by yourself, if you want to have a trip by yourself, you have 5 days. You have 5 days over there. What kind of plan that you want to make? So please make the plan in the planner. Okay, in the page 71, there's a planner over there. Make your plan. Find out the place.
Plan.
Yes, plan.
Yes, very fun.
Plan.
Plan.
Plan or PLANT.
Plan. This one, Dario. Plan. Like in the planner. Plan. Okay? Go ahead. Make your own plan. Okay? And then after that, I will choose some of you to present your plan to the class.
The,
Yeah.
in the first day, shouldn't we still at the airport and go to the
Let's
hotel?
imagine that the first day in here is where you already in Australia.
So 7 days. The first
So,
and the last
yes.
day.
Yes. The first day is when you go to the Australia, and the last day the last day, that means the 7th day is when you go back to Indonesia. So let's imagine that you have a whole week going to Australia. What will you do? What kind of plan? Which the place that you want to do? What kind of activity that you want to do? And the reason why you choose that. Go ahead. We are in
Sir,
940.
wait, in book or
In book.
notebook?
In the book, Milenka.
Okay.
Okay. We are in 940. Is it all right if I give you 15 minutes to do it? So that means until 9:55. Okay? Think carefully. Imagine. Do not rush. Let's imagine that you're going to have a fun time. I'm giving you 15 minutes to do this.
Ustaz, are you finished?
Really?
Yes.
I already told you, take your time. You still have 15 minutes until 9:55.
Next is hotel. First day hotel, second day hotel, third day hotel, fourth day hotel, fifth day in hotel.
Then why do you go to Australia in the first place?
Sir,
Activity.
Ah,
Sleep,
my
eat,
goodness.
play. Sleep, eat, play, sleep, eat, play, sleep, eat, play, sleep, eat.
No, no, don't do that, okay?
Why did you choose this? Because you have to enjoy the hotel.
No, don't choose that. Don't do that, okay?
we did because it's a five-star hotel, so fun.
No.
It's true.
And you can swim at the hotel. Fun.
Well, you can go out. That's the point of where you're going to travel.
It's COVID.
Okay, everyone, I'm going to the toilet for a little bit. Okay, Enzo, can you take in charge
Mr.
for this?
Joyful or something.
What is it?
What is oleh-oleh in English?
Souvenir. Let me write it down. Okay, souvenir. 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 Okay. I want to go to the toilet for just a little bit, and Enzo will take in charge for a little bit. Okay. I'm back. Don't worry, don't be too. Okay, you still have, well, around 8 minutes. Are you finished, Enzo? Can I see yours?
Wait.
Oh,
Sir,
yeah.
the finish.
Okay, wait for the others if you already finished. Okay, check again,
Finish.
check again,
Finish.
and then wait for others. Okay, Jer, that's fine. That's fine. We still have 5 more minutes. Don't worry. Until 9:55.
I don't have planned trip.
You don't have planned trip? Then try to make it.
Sir, you
I
finish.
don't know because I don't want to go anywhere.
Just try, okay? Try. I know it's kind of hard, but try.
Can I ride in house?
No, it's this is you're going to Australia. You're not riding in house.
Can we just chill at the hotel?
No.
You know what?
You know what? You got this trip free for everything, and you just want to stay and chill in the hotel.
Yes, because we
Yes,
choose
that's
the
right.
most expensive.
No, the trip itself is expensive. But I can understand why, because I also for myself I rather to have only 2 days trip than 5 days trip. I usually also spend lots of my time only in the
10 days
hotel.
trip.
No, I don't like that.
Yes, I like that.
Uh,
I spend
Sir, you finish.
yeah. Yes, Dario, I know. We still have 4 more minutes. Well, if it's a 10-day trips, it depends on what place, okay? Because this is with our destination. Our destination is in Australia.
I can look if there is no tour guide.
Mm, well, it is easier if there are some tour guides, but you know,
You know what?
yeah. If there is no tour guide, you don't know what to do because you have to plan by yourself where you're going to do, where are you going to go. Ah, we still have 4 more minutes. Okay. After that, I will choose only one person. I am sorry because we don't have too much time.
Can I just zoo in Australia and Turkey?
Mister, we photo it or we presentation it?
You present it. You do not take a picture of it. You tell it in front of everyone. Okay, Jer, try your best to have a planned trip. Okay, just try your best.
I'm gonna do research.
Okay, 3 more minutes. After that, I will ask Phil. Okay, Phil will be the one who present it for us. Have you finished, Phil?
Yes.
Okay, you already finished. Is it okay if we just move on now and listen to Phil's? That Theo is presenting where she wants to go and etc. Okay, so that means we will also finish faster. Okay, I'm gonna stop the screen sharing so that we can see Theo better. Okay, Theo, go ahead, present your plan trip.
In the first day, I go to the hotel
Mm-hmm.
and check in and go swimming
Okay, why did you choose that?
because it's fun.
Because it's fun. Okay, the second day
To the museum,
to the museum. The activity.
explore.
Okay, why did you choose that?
I don't know
You don't
because
know.
it's fun.
Okay, because it's fun. Okay, can you move on to the third day for then and fifth day? Go ahead.
On third day to the zoo, activity with the animals.
Mhm.
The fourth day to the souvenir shop,
Mhm.
activity by souvenir.
Okay.
The fifth day to the airport, go back to Indonesia.
Okay. Well done. Thank you very much, Pio. Well done. Okay. So it doesn't have to be that. I mean, it doesn't have to be too strict for the plan trip because it is up to you. And whenever you want to go for a trip, it is better to plan it first before you go because that way you know what will you do on that place. Okay, that's it for our lesson for today. I'm gonna stop the recording.